The state of Karnataka, where the Caste Census Commission has recommended raising the OBC reservation quota from 32% to a whopping 51%. Now, this would push the total reservation in the state to 85%. The much-awaited socio-economic and education survey report, popularly known as the Caste Census, was submitted to the government and now has been represented in front of the Karnataka cabinet. The state cabinet will discuss the report. There is a special meeting which is scheduled on the 17th of April before deciding whether they want to adopt these changes or not. The Caste Census Commission in Karnataka has recommended increasing the reservation quota for the OBCs. Currently, it stands at 32%. Now it will be raised to 51%. That's the recommendation that has been made for education and employment across the state. If it is implemented, this will raise the total reservation in the state up to 85%, including the 10% for the EWS section, 24% for SC and STs. Horizontal reservation provides quotas for categories like women and also vertical reservation with regards to all the groups like SC, STs and even OBCs.
ಅದರ ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವು ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಆ ಶಿಫಾರಸುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ಗುರುವಾರ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಬಿನೆಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ನೋಡಿ HK ಪಾಟೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Yesterday, the report was tabled in the cabinet. Next week, cabinet will take up a discussion of the report, and by then we will. Up until yesterday, the report was in a sealed box. The seal was only opened yesterday. So we are now this week we will apply ourselves to the contents of the report. We will discuss it extensively, and we will also be receptive to public suggestions, criticisms, and based on that, cabinet will discuss, and then we will decide the next course of action.
Government of Karnataka has taken up caste census on the basis of social, educational, and backwardness angle, and they have submitted their report. Mr. Hegde has submitted his report, and that report today was placed to the cabinet, and the cabinet has discussed in brief, and we have decided that we should meet again on 17th. A special cabinet is convened on 17th of April.
They are just trying to do all these things with a political motive to divide the society on caste line, to only give false information, false data. There is no true data. This is all false data being provided, for which most of the people in Karnataka are against. They had requested the government to do it very scientifically, systematically, go to each and every house, collect the data, do it rightfully. People are not against caste census. People are for caste census. They are most welcome to do the caste census, provided they have to do it systematically.
My colleague Sagai is now joining me on the story. Sagai, recently we did see how the government was giving 4% quota to Muslims, and this was with regard to government contracts up to 2 crore rupees. How will this all work out given the new recommendations that have been made?
First of all, the recommendation should be accepted by the government. Government have accepted it. Now there is a special cabinet meeting which will be held on 17th of this particular month. And after that, they will go ahead and decide what they need to do forward, whether they have to place it in the assembly and pass a bill and try to implement. And again, they cannot implement this as a caste census because it is the only central government which can go ahead and do the caste census. Probably they will look out for a socio-economic survey which has been implemented, and they will look out on the socio-economic background of all this population census which has been taken by the committee. And accordingly, they will try to implement. Again, if they have to implement according to the caste, it is the central government which have to do. And now the government will have a special cabinet meeting on 17th of April, and thereafter they will take a decision. Remember that within Congress government, there are ministers and MLAs who have opposed this particular socio-economic survey, which is popularly known as caste census, where they claim that it's unscientific. They did not take a survey from every single person, and there are questions which have been left out, and they still feel that they should do a fresh survey. And this is a demand from the largest community in Karnataka, that is Lingayat and Vakkaliga community. Despite all those things, Karnataka government, which has promised in their manifesto, stating that if they come to power, they will try to bring socio-economic service, that is a caste census, and try to implement. And there was a lot of hurdles and roadblocks for the Karnataka Congress government, but now it has been tabled in the cabinet, and a copy has been given to every single minister to come up with an opinion on 17th of April, when there is a special cabinet to discuss about this particular caste census. The government will take it forward.
Thank you, Sagai, giving us all those details. Everyone will be very keenly looking at on the 17th of April, when the government will be holding a special session to look at all the recommendations that are being made.